What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Corey with Freaky Tech Reviews here, where we do short reviews for tall people focused on tech. Today we're taking a look at the Satisfye Grip for the Nintendo Switch. I reviewed the Nintendo Switch about a year and a half ago and found that it was not great for big hands, and I found this grip, which I think actually is really awesome. So let's take a look at it and see if it's gonna work for you. My hands measure 9 inches from the base of my palm to the top of my middle finger, and 10.5 inches from the tip of my thumb to the tip of my pinky. So I definitely understand big hand problems. The Satisfye Grip comes in a bundled deal with a slim case and 2 thumb pads for $50. Here's the case here. Or you can just get the grip itself for $30. It's made out of plastic and rubber, and the dimensions of the grip itself are 11.1 inches long, 3.8 inches high, and 1.8 inches wide. Right off the bat, this thing is super comfortable in my hands. Normally, whenever I review something that's great for big hands, I would like for it to be a little bit larger. However, I have to say, the Satisfye Grip is already a pretty good size. When you hold a Nintendo Switch, it feels so delicate and brittle in your hands because it's such a slim machine, especially if you use the Joy-Cons by themselves. Now, the drawback for the Satisfye Grip is that it's only for handheld mode for the Switch, but I actually like playing on that if it's not docked to a TV, and this thing makes it so much more comfortable to play it for longer periods of time. One of the big selling points about this grip that I actually think is really awesome is the fact that the handles are not symmetrical. The grip for your right hand actually angles out just a little bit more than the left side does, because on the Switch itself, the right Joy-Con is lower, and it's harder if you have a big hand with long fingers and thumbs to reach that joystick. And so because this grip is angled out just a little bit, you're able to reach that joystick so much easier. Now, the one thing that it doesn't solve is the pinky wrap. If you take a look at my past reviews where I reviewed the PS5 controller, you'll know that the pinky wrap is a real pain if you have big hands because there's nothing for your pinkies to hold on to. You like that little crab motion there? So that's a drawback on this, but this is not made for people with big hands. It just happens to work really well for people that have big hands. Now, one of the biggest things if you're playing handheld mode on the Switch is the fact that it's really hard to reach the bumpers and triggers with your big hands whenever you're holding it. But whenever you're using the Satisfye Grip, it's so much easier because you can actually grip the bottom of these grips with your pinkies and ring fingers and hit those triggers and the bumpers. This is the second generation grip, and the first generation was bad about scratching your Switch. This one, you can notice the little red bumpers on the inside. That's to prevent your Switch from touching the plastic and scratching, and I've not had any issues with it scratching my Switch personally. Now, for the thumb pads themselves, I actually couldn't find them because I bought this almost 2 years ago, so I don't have actual footage of me using them, but I will say they're not even really worth it, and they're just kind of a gimmick item to throw on top. I'm not a big fan of thumb pads in general, especially on a system like the Switch. The travel on the joysticks for the Switch is so minimal that whenever I put the thumb pad on it, I can't tell how far I'm pushing it. And with a bigger, more powerful hand, it's really easy to push it too far, and that's where you can get drift on the Nintendo Switch or just break it. So I don't find the thumb pads very useful, but maybe you'll like them, so if you follow the link in the description below, you can check it out for yourself. And if you end up picking up the bundled deal, let me know your thoughts on the thumb pads and if they're comfortable for you to use or not. Now, for the storage case, this thing is awesome. It's nice and hard-sided, and on the inside, it can hold up to 10 games. I like the storage case a lot because you can easily put your Switch in this grip and toss it in there. And then because it's hard-sided, just toss it in your backpack and you're good to go. I think the material quality on this case is really fantastic. I love hard-sided cases. The zippers are really nice and really well done. Under the handle here, it has these 2 little loops, so you can put it on like a lanyard and I guess hold it around your shoulder. I don't know who would actually carry this like that. I definitely wouldn't. But I will say that this case screams good quality. So does it get the Freaky Tech stamp of approval? Yes. Love this case. I think it's a great deal for the price, actually. It feels so premium between the case and the grip itself that I'm surprised that you can get it for less than 50 bucks. I definitely recommend getting the bundle deal just because of the case. You don't need the thumb pads. I think those are actually a waste of money, but if they come with them and you actually enjoy them, so be it. But for the grip and the case itself, I think it's great. It feels so much better using the Switch with this grip when in handheld mode, and it can extend your playtime for hours. The heavy marketing they do on the right grip sticking out a little bit at an angle, it's one of those things that I kind of consider a gimmick, but once you actually use it, you realize, wow, that's actually a really good idea and I love it. And that is actually one of the selling points of why I wanted to bring it to you as my audience, because for a bigger hand, it is fantastic. This grip could always be a bit larger, especially a bit longer and meatier, so that your ring finger and pinky finger can hold on to something a little better, but this is leaps and bounds better than holding the Switch itself. And from what I've seen from other grips on the market, and although I haven't tested them, this seems to be the best one you can get for the money. So I highly recommend the Satisfye Grip for your Nintendo Switch. The link is in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. So thank you so much for watching today. I've got a big goal this year of hitting 10,000 subscribers in 2022, and I can't do it without you as my viewer subscribing to the channel and joining the Freaky Tall family. So be sure to like this video, hit the notification icon, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button so you can see when new videos come out. Also, if you want to follow me outside of the channel, I have an Instagram and a Twitter, and if you want to support the channel financially, I do have a Patreon where I use those funds to save up for new products to bring to the channel. But that's it for today. I really appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping by for another Freaky Tech Reviews. Again, my name's Corey with Freaky Tall Reviews. We'll see you next time.